It's March 30th. There's a little farmer welding for you. The seam on the bottom of the bucket here, it was just stitch welded before, and all the stitches were broke and pulled apart. So the bottom of the bucket's pretty rusty. I did do a little bit of cleanup, but I didn't break out a grinder with a wire wheel. I just used a wire brush and then some 70-18 rod. A few spots is pretty good and a few spots is pretty bad. Definitely metal prep would help. Now that I got some new material in there, come back in, grind this out with the porosity, and that'll fill in real nice. But the problem is that has become quite sharp from the ground, grinding it all the time. And then the center flange, it was pulling apart, so I got in there. That's a little bit better. I did a little bit better prep just with a wire brush. And obviously the guy that had this bucket before, he must have been pushing on something or trying to lift something that this bucket wasn't designed for, and you can see where he's hacked her. And then he's put a piece of bar in there, but then this side's pretty incredible. So whatever, it's holding. We'll have to hack that out eventually and put a proper gusset piece in there. But he beat this bucket up pretty bad. Here's some more welding I did this morning. There's a big gash in here. Obviously he hit something. So the cutting edge on this bucket's pretty rounded over, so I don't know what he was using it for. But he's got lifting eyes welded in here, and then here, and then he had a chain hook here, and a chain hook here. This one's broke. I don't know what they're rated for, 2,000 pounds probably, maybe a little bit more. So it's hard to say if the welding caused that to break, but normally you don't weld these inside the bucket. You weld them back over here where it's strong. There's no strength here. It's just the cutting edge. The only thing you want out here is teeth for grabbing a bale a little bit better. So he's got these hooks welded in here. I mean, he's got them close to the side, but you can still see where the bucket's been pulled down because he's tried to lift with them. So if he would have maybe put them in a little bit better spot, you can see this one, big smiley face. So if he would have put them in a little bit better spot, probably wouldn't have damaged that bucket so much. But the bucket's also 35-40 years old too, so I mean, it did its job. And then this here, that's all gummed in. It's not really to hold the bucket together, it's just to keep the dirt from getting back in there and forcing this bottom part of the bucket away from the other part of it. So I got the helper there. Just knocked the helmet on the floor, and I was using the Forney arc welder. But I also got this Canadian Tire Mastercraft 110 MIG, and it actually doesn't do too bad. I picked it up on sale, and for what I paid for it, it actually doesn't do too bad. So anyways, that's the farmer welding for today.